I know for me that this is just not going to work in the long term. It is getting to be extremely frustrating, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do it. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Malika on the Move. Today was a very, very rainy Sunday. I'm coming to you from the bed because I just didn't feel like doing anything. That rain was depressing. So anywho, what I am here to talk to you today about is transportation here in Merida, but not in the way that you think I want to talk to you about transportation in Merida. So to start off, I'm not going to talk to you about the cost of transportation or the pitfalls of the financial aspects of the different transportation options here in Merida. But what I will do is refer you to my friend's channel, LaShawn Will. She just made a video talking about not only transportation myths and costs in Merida, but also just overall the financial aspects, realities of living in Merida. I really think that you'll like her channel. She's very professional, it's what she does. So her video quality and her editing is way above what something I would do. Like I said, I'm in the bed. And also her personality is fabulous. I really think that you like her channel. She has a ton of videos on many different things that you might find of interest. So I'm gonna put her channel down in the description box and just go check her out. I think that you guys may really like her channel. So what I'm here to talk to you about as far as transportation is this. Okay, you know, we have Didi, we have Uber, we have taxis, we have buses, we have the big buses, and then we have collectivos, which are like the smaller minivan type. You can hire a private driver, and of course you can use your own 2 feet, right? When we're in our search process of deciding on where we want to live outside of the US, when you look at Mexico, when you look at Merida, you have a list of things that are important to you, whether it's housing, food, transportation, medical care, schooling, cultural events, maybe the beach, et cetera, and you look at your various resources, you read blogs, you talk to people who live there, you go visit, you watch YouTube videos, and you tick boxes. You look at, okay, it has this, check, 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 and you see, you know, people saying, this is such and such, and this is such and such. And you think, okay, well, it has everything that I need. But here's where the mistake that I made, and I'm trying to possibly stop you from making the same mistakes, or not even making a mistake, but just pulling your coattails to give you a different perspective on what to think about. And that is, how does your personality and who you are, what you like and what you don't like, how does all of that play into your decision to move to Merida, what neighborhood, what you're gonna like and what you're not gonna like, or be able to deal with in the long term? So I can tell you, like I said, we have Didi, we have Uber, we have the buses, we have private drivers, I can walk, et cetera, but my personality, and I make no mistake, no apologies, excuse me, for my personality, I love my freedom, I love my autonomy. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I don't wanna wait on you to come pick me up. I don't wanna be at your mercy in the back of your vehicle all the time, you know. I don't want to be restricted from just point A to point B, and I don't always want to walk. I don't mind walking. I walked the other day, I went to Central, And I think I walked maybe 4 miles around Central. I think my fitness tracker said. So I don't have a problem with that. But do I want to walk everywhere that I go? No, I do not. There are places that I want to go, sometimes multiple in a day. That is very difficult when you're in a ride share. It's expensive if you're hiring a private driver. And some days I don't just want to go anywhere in particular. I just want to get in whatever mode of transportation that I have and just drive down. And if I see a side street that looks interesting, I just want to go down the street just to be nosy, just to see what's down there. That's how you find sometimes the hidden gems of places, by just exploring. By me having to rely solely on some form of public transportation or my own 2 feet, I feel very restricted. I feel like I'm in a box. I feel like a lot of my freedom is taken away from me. I know that in order for me to survive long-term, happily survive long-term as far as my emotional state here in Mexico, I'm gonna need a car or some form of something with wheels and an engine. So I can do what I wanna do when I wanna do it. And that's something that I did not think about, my personality. I know who I am very well, and I know what I can tolerate and what I can't, okay? It's the same, say for instance, if you're the type of person that has always lived in a home because you value your privacy, and then you decide you're gonna come to Merida and rent an apartment. Well, think about your personality. Is that gonna work for you? If you like your privacy, is that going to be something you're going to be able to deal with? And maybe you can deal with it for a while, but slowly it's going to start picking with you. And then before you know it, you're ready to leave because you're like, I just can't do it anymore, okay? And not having my own form of transportation here in Merida is starting to pick at me. I'm not ready to go. I love Merida. I think that I will stay, if I don't stay in Merida for long term, I probably will stay in Mexico, some city. But regardless of what city I live in, I'm gonna need my own form of transportation just because of my personality and what I like and what I don't like. And the fact that, yes, there are various modes of transportation options here. It isn't always the best. It's not the ideal. It is frustrating, to say the least. You know, Merida is growing quickly, and I don't think that the amount of Didi and Uber drivers are growing at the same pace, okay? There have been plenty of times where I have gotten dressed and I am ready to go, like now. And I've sat there and I went to order a Didi, and 10 minutes, 12 minutes have went by, and then I get this little pop-up that says, sorry, no drivers available. So then I switch to Uber, and then I sit there 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and I get a pop-up that says, sorry, no drivers available. So then I have to sit and wait 15, 30 minutes and try again. And then maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. Maybe they still don't have any drivers available. And this is not just, it's a little harder from Concao, but it's not specific to Concao, because I've been at Alta Brisa Mall and have had a hard time getting a driver because somebody will pick up my order, and then it'll say they'll be there in 8 minutes, and then 4 minutes later, they'll drop it. And now the app has to search for another driver. And sometimes that'll happen 2 and 3 times. And I'm frustrated. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And I just am getting more and more agitated with that. And so I encourage you to stop and think what you can tolerate and what you can't tolerate. And that's going to help you determine, one, what area of the city you want to live in, but also whether you need to either bring your car with you, buy one right away, or some form of transportation like a motorcycle or a motorbike, or put that in your long-term goal, like say, I'll do this for a year, or I'll do this for 2 years, and I'm gonna start putting money away every month so that in a year or 2 years, I can buy my own car. That way I have the freedom. You know, a lot of people wanna go to the beach, and you say, well, you know, this bus goes to the beach, but maybe I don't wanna take the bus. I wanna get in my car, roll the windows down, let the breeze flow through my hair, and listen to my music and just do me. You know, this is my form of freedom. This is my ideal situation, and I feel like I haven't come this far in life to make that many compromises that leave me unsettled and uneasy. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people come here and live here for years and have no problem with whatever mode of transportation they choose to use, what neighborhoods they choose to live in, and what is available to them in those neighborhoods. But for me personally, I know myself, and I know what I want. And the transportation options here ain't cutting it for me. So renting a long-term vehicle is not an option for me. I don't want to spend that kind of money. So I did do some checking, and then someone I know was turning in a vehicle that they were renting, and they asked me before they turned the rental in, did I want to get that rental? And it was $600 a month. And they were paying $7. This just happened to be a discount that the lady was willing to give because she didn't want the vehicle back right away. She wanted somebody to keep renting it. That's a no for me. So that is ridiculous. That is a brand new car note. I am a single income household, and I'm a homebody. And for the most part, whatever I get, a motor scooter or a car or whatever, it's gonna sit in the driveway a great deal of the time. And paying that kind of money is absolutely insane. If you are like a 2-earner household, maybe it makes sense. But for me, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I'm not gonna talk you to death, but I wanted to just kind of, you know, put a little bug in your ear, pull your coattail, and let you know that when you are checking off your boxes, when you're looking at what's important to you when you leave the US and you move to Merida, or you move to wherever country or whatever city in Mexico, if you're coming to Mexico, factor in your personality. See, just because something is available doesn't mean it's going to be something you're going to be able to tolerate, or over time it's not going to start getting on your nerves. If you know, hey, this is just what I need, then it'll help you formulate a plan going forward. And we want our experience wherever we go to be one of peace and serenity. That's why we're leaving the US. We want to be able to breathe and exhale and be less stressful and not have the headaches that we may experience in the US. So everything kind of needs to be on a level that you're comfortable with. You know, I love Merida. I like living in Concao. I like this home. I like the quiet, the privacy. I like the bravada. I like what Concao has to offer as far as, you know, the little stores and all the different little things that I will need, like an urgent care, a bank, you know, a cell phone company, et cetera, restaurants. I just don't like being dependent on somebody else to get there. So my goal is to get that scooter, motor scooter, as soon as possible, hopefully within a month, and use that just to go into Concao, to do what I need to do. Yeah, I'll still take Didi and the Uber to go into the city of Merida and Alta Brisa area or the north of Merida, until I become very competent, proficient, and very comfortable with riding my scooter, that I know I can venture out further from Concao, and now I can drive my scooter into Alta Brisa or into Centro or to the north of Merida, or even maybe to the beach, you know. And then long term, maybe I can decide, you know, whether or not I'll buy a car, which I'm pretty sure I will. But I think that scooter actually will probably get me by for, I know, at least a year, but maybe longer than that. I might be fine with the scooter. Matter of fact, I may even want to upgrade from a scooter to a motorcycle or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna go that far. I think I probably would rather have a car. I'm a little too old to be climbing on and off a motorcycle. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of put that little bug in your ear to let you know that, yeah, Merida does have plenty of transportation options, but are they gonna get on your last nerve? Okay, according to whatever your personality type is. If you're anything like me, yeah, it's gonna get on your nerves. You're gonna want that freedom. If you're not like me and you can live years taking Didi and Uber and walking everywhere you go, no matter how hot it is or how far you gotta walk there and back, you know, that's fine too. It's to each his own. But I just want to let you know that you need to take that into consideration when you are thinking about Merida and what ticks your boxes. So until we meet again, guys, take care, and I hope you have a good week coming up. Bye.